Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Flex Free Game channel. So, as a former athlete, athlete from a long, long time ago, I still look at things from a sports athlete mindset. And when it comes to trading, investing, stock market is no different. The market is a lot like playing the game if you think about it. Like an athlete who's playing a sport, every investor, every trader, you got to have some strategy. You got to have something that you're doing to kind of give you an edge in the market, and you got to have kind of a system or a playbook, if you will, and kind of figure out and determine your own approach to the market that's going to give you an edge and that's going to help you actually win in the game, right? So, today in this video, I want to break down a few key strategies that you can use and put in a system, right? A system playbook that's going to help you build a solid approach to the market, help you build a solid financial playbook as a trader and investor that you can actually stick to, that actually works, and most importantly, it's going to make you money and build wealth over time. So let's go ahead and let's dive into it. This is a good one. So I'd encourage you guys, hey man, grab a quick uh, paper, pen, take some notes, follow along because this can help a lot of people, right? With what I'm going to go over today. So why do you need a system and a playbook? So as I mentioned before, the stock market it's a lot like playing a sport. So if you're an athlete out there, former athlete, and you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? As an athlete, you got to train for your sport. You got drills you got to do. You got practice. You got training at the gym. You got plays you got to learn, right? All of those things that you're doing as an athlete and your approach to the game, that is a system that you're putting together, right? Whether you know it or not, you're building a system around your approach to the game, right? And the stock market is no different than that. That's exactly kind of how trading and investing is too, right? When you're battling emotion, that's one of the toughest parts of trading and investing in the market. When the market dips, like we're going through a little bit of a pullback now, right? A little bit of a sell off now with the situation in Iran, the war that's going on. There's a lot of emotion. Emotions are running high, and people start to make real impulsive decisions when they see that their stocks in the red, that their accounts in the red. And when you're making those impulsive decisions, that can cost you a lot of money, right? When you're taking action based on emotion, that's not what you want to do in the stock market. So what a system does, when you have a solid system and a plan and approach to the market, that's going to create consistency. It's going to help you build up your confidence. It's going to take the guesswork out of what you're doing when it comes to your trading and investing, which is huge, right? That's going to help you stay in the game. And not only that, that's going to help you win the game. So if you follow a plan, right, or you have a system in place, even on those off days where the market is not doing what you want it to do, now you have something that you can stick to that's going to give you some rules and guidelines that's going to help you, again, gain confidence in what you're doing and most importantly, produce results for you. So now let's talk about three trading strategies and investing strategies that you can use to build a system and build a playbook that's going to help you produce. It's going to help you build a rock solid financial trading and investing playbook in the market. And again, write these down because I know they can work for a lot of people out there. So, play number one that we're going to put in our system playbook is going to be cover calls for weekly and monthly income, right? That's a big one. That's one of my favorite strategies, right? So, cover calls, what covered calls do is they act like a fuel for your portfolio, right? So it's going to provide consistent income and consistent gains in your portfolio over time. Now, the way it works is with covered calls, you got to own 100 shares of stock. Once you have those 100 shares, now you can start to create income off those 100 shares by being able to sell a call option against those shares. So for every 100 shares that you have, you can sell a call option against the share price. And after that, you're going to be able to collect a premium and collect income every time you sell a call option, right? So if the stock gets called away from you, you're going to be able to not only keep that income, but you're also going to be able to lock in some profits, maybe some capital gains profits, in addition to the income. If the stock doesn't get called away from you after you sell your calls, you can just keep on selling covered calls weekly and monthly in your account. And again, that's going to create fuel and steady income flow into your account. All you're doing is owning 100 shares and selling calls. You're simply taking what the market gives you while you're generating income and reliable returns. It's one of my favorite strategies, one of the simplest strategies that you can use to generate income in the market. And that is going to be play number one in our system playbook. Now, Play number two, we're going to get a little more advanced when it comes to our system, right? We got to have some things in place just in case the market takes some different turns that we maybe didn't expect, right? So, play number two in our system playbook is going to be option spreads for trending markets or trending stocks, right? So, for a trending market, you need to be adaptable and be able to adjust with your strategies, right? So this is what these option spreads are going to do in our system playbook, right? We're not going to be a one-trick pony with cover calls. We got to be ready to kind of implement different things depending on what the market is giving us. So option spreads, we're going to first look at bear call spreads and bull put spreads, right? These are simple option spreads that you can use to take advantage of trending markets or trending stocks. So, a bear call spread, you're going to be able to take advantage of the market in a downtrend. This is where you're going to buy a deep out of the money call option and then after you at a low strike price, and then once you have that, you bought that call option, deep out of the money, you're going to sell a lower strike call at a higher price at the same time, right? Or you're going to sell a lower strike call at a higher price, right? And what that is going to it's going to create a spread, right, between the two options. And as long as the stock price doesn't reach the price point in between those two strike prices that you sold for those options, you get to keep the difference in the spread and you keep all that premium, right? It's a very, very simple setup, but it absolutely works, especially when you're using it at the right times in the market. Now, bull put spread is going to be what we're going to use to capitalize in an uptrending market, right? So this is similar to a bear call spread, but it's going to work in the opposite direction. So you're going to buy a deep out of the money put, and then you're going to sell another out of the money put at a higher strike price, and that's going to create the spread. And as long as that strike price doesn't, it stays out of the range of those two calls that you set up, right? You're going to be able to keep the difference in the spread, right? Very, very simple strategies to use. Bear call spread, put spread. Two simple option strategies are going to make you money no matter which direction the market is trending. And the thing about it is, like I said, stock market a lot like sports. Games, as an athlete, games get tough. So the market is going to get tough, right? Just like a game. So you got to be agile. You got to be able to adapt, just like in sports, and you got to have different plays depending on what the game is giving you, right? So the market is no different. And then our last play number three in our system playbook is going to be long-term investing for financial freedom. All right, this is going to give our foundation. So investing and building wealth is not a sprint, right? It's a marathon. We're playing a long game. Long-term investing really allows you to capitalize on compounding, where our money is generating returns over time. And then those returns are generating returns on top of that. That is the simplest explanation on compounding, right? So the focus should be on buying quality stocks that pay dividends with the mindset that, man, I'm going to hold these stocks for the next 3 to 5 years or even longer. This is going to be our wealth building part of our portfolio, right? One way to make long term investing simple is, instead of guessing where the stock is at its lowest point, its highest point, or wherever it might be, you can use a strategy and a system called dollar cost averaging, where you're buying consistently every single month, right? No matter what's going on in the market, you consistently buy. And what you can do is, we have our strategies that are generating income and cover calls, bear call spreads, bull put spreads. All of that is creating income. We can use that money and income that we're generating from those cover calls and option spreads. We can use that to reinvest back in our account and buy our long-term stocks, dividend-paying stocks that we're holding for 3, 5, 10 years, right? So now we have a system. Again, these are strategies, and that's what makes a system. We have all these different strategies that do different things, right? And they're all working together in one system playbook, right, to grow our portfolio and produce income and build wealth for us, right? So with long-term investing, you're not trying to outplay the market every day. You're building longevity and you're building up financial strength over time. You're playing the long game, right? That's long-term investing. Now let's bring it all together, right? Let's put our whole system playbook together. Now that we have a full system and approach to the market, very simple, right? We got our combined plays. We got our bread and butter play. That's our cover calls, right? That's going to give us steady income every single week, every single month in the market, right? We also have our bull put spreads for easy profits when the market's trending up. And then we have our bear call spreads for easy profits that we're going to set up when the market is trending sideways or trending in a downward direction. We can set up our bear call spreads. Like for now, right now, currently in the market, it's a great time to learn bear call spreads and start to implement some of these in a portfolio, right? And then lastly, we have our long-term investing, right? We have our long-term positions full of quality stocks that pay dividends. That's going to give us a foundation in our portfolio, right? These key strategies are make up our system playbook and allows us to adjust to whatever the market's doing, whatever the market is giving us. We follow our system. We're not guessing. We're not just going with the wind, trying to figure things out. We actually have a system of strategies, and all we got to do is execute our clear system and stay within our strategies, right? So that's it right there. Wanted to break it down right there. I'm telling you, that's all you need. You can complicate it and make it even more challenging for yourself if you need to. But these three strategies that I just went over with you are all you need really to be successful in the market and have longevity in the market and make income and make profits and be profitable year after year after year. Those three strategies right there are rock solid to make it happen. So that's it right there, guys. If the system and playbook makes sense to you that I just broke down today, I appreciate it. If you like the video, costs you nothing to like the video. Subscribe to our Flex Free Game channel. We're gonna be dropping some more content. We're gonna try to stay consistent. We always say that with these videos, but we're gonna try to stay consistent. Drop some more game on you guys. Comment below what you feel about these strategies, what you think about this system and playbook that I just went over with you guys today. If you got some other plays in mind that you like within the system, share those. Love to hear from you on this channel. And that's it. And also, if you want to learn this system and playbook, that's what we're all about in the Flex Financial Trading Group. We help athletes, high performers, generate income, build wealth outside of your career. So that way you're taking control of your financial future, right? You're not relying on that job or relying on that opportunity. You're taking control and making sure you and your family are good financially. So that's what we're about. We're about educating and empowering our clients and our members. So I'll put some information about our group below so you can tap in with us. And then also I want to invite you to sign up for our free weekly newsletter that we send out where we break down key market insights. We talk about specific stocks that are good opportunities, investing and trading tips, of course, just like today that we went over with you to help you be successful in your own portfolio. Again, this is a free newsletter. I'll put the link to sign up for that in the description box. All you need is an email address. Tap in with us. We send that out every week. Again, it's absolutely free to sign up. So that's it, guys. Let's keep building wealth. Let's do it with the drive, discipline, and consistency of an athlete and a high performer, because that's what's going to get us there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.